Let's talk about a kind of frustration, one almost everyone feels but rarely admits: the frustration of showing up, caring deeply, trying to connect, only to feel like love itself has become complicated, confusing, and exhausting. Not because your partner doesn't care, not because you're doing something wrong, but because the rules of love have quietly shifted. Modern dating, modern love, it's moving faster than our hearts can keep up. And the quiet truth nobody likes to admit is this: love didn't always feel this draining. Back in the 80s and 90s, relationships grew slower. People weren't afraid to fall in love or express how they felt. People connected through presence, not pressure. You weren't competing with the entire internet or trying to decode someone who had 100 other options sitting quietly in their pocket. But today, we're navigating emotional fatigue, cultural overload, endless comparisons, and expectations that shift every week. And the hardest part is this: you can pour your heart into someone who doesn't match your effort, who can't meet you emotionally, and who over time leaves you carrying all the weight and all the pain of a connection that never fully showed up for you. So when love feels hard now, it's not just life. It's the weight of a modern world built for speed, not for connection. Maybe this is you. You show up with intention. You care. You try. You stay honest. You're patient, kind, present. But somehow, connections feel fleeting. Excitement dies fast. People pull away. And you're left wondering if anyone is truly ready to meet you where you are or satisfy your emotional needs. At first, you blame timing, then stress. Then you tell yourself, maybe if I try a little harder. But eventually, the pattern becomes too loud to ignore. Love isn't harder because you're doing something wrong. It's harder because the entire landscape of connection has changed. We went from blind dates to internet dating, and now to AI companionship. And slowly, the things people used to seek in real relationships, comfort, presence, validation, someone to talk to, are now offered by devices that never get tired, never argue, and never ask for emotional effort in return. So the bar for real connection keeps rising, while people's capacity for emotional intimacy keeps shrinking. If you've made it this far, it means this message is resonating, and we're so glad you're here. Give this video a thumbs up if you're finding value, and subscribe to Relationship Blueprint so we can get this video to more viewers out there. Thank you. Now, let's go deeper. 1. Emotional availability feels scarce. The biggest shift in modern love. Emotional presence has become rare. People are physically available, but emotionally distracted, always pressing or scrolling through their phones when you're together, half listening during conversations, pulling away the moment intimacy starts to deepen. Your steadiness, your openness, your willingness to connect with real depth. It might feel too intense for someone who has never learned how to sit with their own emotions. Not because you're too much, not because you're asking for the impossible, but because many people simply haven't built the emotional capacity to handle real vulnerability anymore. And here's the truth you can't forget. You deserve someone who can meet your emotional presence, not shrink from it. Someone who leans in, not away. Someone who responds, not retreats. Someone who values the depth you bring instead of fearing it. 2. The speed of life outpaces emotional growth. Modern life moves fast. Careers, social media, constant stimulation, non-stop notifications. And because of that, people date the same way they swipe. Quickly, superficially, and with a short-term mindset. But emotional growth doesn't move at that speed. Real intimacy needs time, attention, and presence. It can't keep up with instant messaging, endless options, and the pressure to always be on and available. So connections start to feel fragile. Commitment feels heavier than it used to. And love, something that once unfolded naturally, now feels like a struggle. But the truth is simple. Slowing down is the antidote. Choosing depth over speed. Choosing presence over performance. Choosing intentional connection over constant stimulation. Because love can't grow in chaos, but it flourishes in stillness. 3. Adrenaline. Love versus stable love. Early love can feel like adrenaline. The rush, the excitement, the instant spark. But stable love, it's quieter, it's steady, it's built on emotional safety, respect, and consistency. The problem is, many people mistake that calm stability for boredom. They're used to highs, unpredictability, and emotional intensity, so when a connection finally feels peaceful, they assume something is wrong. So they chase the thrill, but abandon the depth. They want the spark, but pull away the moment true intimacy begins to form. Here's the truth. Adrenaline can attract you to someone, but emotional maturity is what keeps you there. The peace that feels unfamiliar, that's what lasting love is made of. But it requires patience, consistency, and the courage to stay long after the fireworks fade. 4. The mirror of connection. Your emotional steadiness isn't just who you are. It's also a reflection of the people around you. When you show up honestly and fully, it exposes the inconsistencies, insecurities, and fears that others haven't faced yet. It's not your fault if they can't match your emotional capacity. Your presence isn't a test. It's not punishment. It's a mirror, showing what's real and pointing toward the kind of love you truly deserve. Because the right person will lean in, mirror your effort, and meet you where you are. If you've made it this far, it means this message spoke to you on a deeper level. Do me a favor, head to the comments and type, "I will avoid people with emotional insecurities for my mental stability." Once I see it, I'll drop a heart to let you know I appreciate you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps more people find these messages. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and join us here on Relationship Blueprint, where we decode love, connection, and emotional intelligence, one truth at a time. Let's continue this journey together. 5. Boundaries protect your heart. When love feels complicated, boundaries aren't optional. They're essential. Boundaries show the world what you accept, what you won't tolerate, and how you protect your emotional space. They're not walls. They're self-respect in action. When your boundaries are clear, you naturally filter for people who can meet you fully, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically. Boundaries don't push love away. They ensure that the love you allow in is real, healthy, and sustainable. 6. Reflection turns pain into insight. Every heartbreak, every pullback, every connection that fades carries a lesson waiting to be understood. Ask yourself, what did I learn about my needs? What do I truly value? What type of love allows me to consistently thrive? Reflection transforms frustration into growth. Awareness turns pain into guidance. And when you look honestly at your experiences, you begin to see the patterns and the path toward the love you deserve. 7. Enter relationships consciously. Don't chase love to fill emptiness. Enter relationships emotionally whole, grounded, aware, and clear about your boundaries. The right person won't trigger chaos. They'll match your emotional capacity, respect your growth, and honor your heart. When you show up fully, consciously and with clarity, you attract the love you truly deserve. Steady, real, and lasting. Food for thought. Modern love feels hard, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. Understanding why connections fade, why people pull away, and why emotional depth is scarce gives you power. It allows you to protect yourself, choose wisely, and create love that's stable, fulfilling, and aligned. You're not failing at love. You're navigating a landscape that's changed faster than most hearts can keep up with. Here's your take-home meal. Love isn't broken. It's evolving. Your heart is resilient. Your emotions are valid. Your capacity for deep connection hasn't diminished. It's being refined. You deserve love that's consistent, emotionally present, and mutual. Not frantic, not exhausting, not conditional. If this resonates, comment below, "I understand my worth in love." Hit subscribe and the bell icon to never miss insights that decode love, connection, and emotional intelligence. Remember, your journey in modern love doesn't have to be confusing or painful. Every heartbreak, every lesson, every insight is bringing you closer to the healthy, meaningful, lasting love you truly deserve. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.